Hello and welcome to the Flip Flop Family Podcast, an introduction. I'm Xylene and I'm well aware that there is a plethora of podcasts out there that you could be listening to, but for one reason or another, you've decided to listen to us. So firstly, thank you. And I thought you might like to know a bit more about us so that you are sure that the time you spend listening to us is going to be a good thing. I am Xylene, I'm 41, I'm married for 15 years to my love, Benjamin, who I actually met in a London nightclub more than 20 years ago, but that's probably a longer story for another episode. Hopefully you'll hang around for that one. I have two babes. Zach is 9 years old and Emiliana, my little bestie, is 12, and we live in northwest London. We're kind of at the tail end of a home renovation that started over 2 years ago now. God. I mean, I am quite the optimist, which you'll probably find out. And I thought we could get the whole house done within 6 months. But here we are. I don't think I'll live and learn from that one. Still very optimistic. As we have literally self-built and self-renovated, it's probably been one of the hardest things that we have undertaken. And we have documented the journey on Instagram on the Flip Flop Prop. You can find videos and tips and ideas if you are looking to do a renovation or a bit of DIY yourself. Just before COVID, we sold everything and we packed up and basically went traveling around the world for an entire year as the Flip Flop family. And we basically tried to document our travels to 26 countries. Yes, 26 countries I think we left when Zach was 2.5 and Emiliana was 5.5, and we documented our travels online, which was amazing, and definitely those memories helped us to get through COVID. We shared our journey on our Flip Flop Family Instagram page and also on YouTube. So if you wanted to have a look at where we went, what we did, there's loads of tips and clips and pictures and advice and all about those 26 countries. And we also have a ton of stories. So please feel free to check them out. My number one passion is definitely talking, communicating, sharing, chatting, hence why the beginnings of this podcast. And I used to be a commercial radio DJ and TV presenter. I guess the main reason for starting this podcast is because I really miss being behind a mic. I feel very comfortable in this position and it feels great to be here. I love sharing, particularly things that I'm really passionate about. But when I started out planning this podcast, I felt like I was missing a trick. I have a family who are absolutely bonkers. They are full of personality and each of them have just so much to offer. Emiliana and Zach are both child performers, so they are kind of in the media already and have so much to say. If you have kids in your life, you probably know their ideas and their perspective is so interesting that it would have been such a shame to have done this podcast alone. Similarly, having a male's perspective and having Ben on the podcast too will be absolutely great. Men truly are from Mars and women are from Venus. So I'm thinking there may be some fireworks, but it's going to be fun. Now you know how the Flip Flop Family podcast was born. This is the plan. I will do a bonus episode every Thursday, which will just be me talking about certain subjects that I feel are important. There's a little rant in there, definitely savvy tips, because I'm all about saving money. So if I can save money, I want to save you money. And also things that I'm obsessed with, perhaps a quote or a song that I love. It's going to be fun, and that's going to be on a Thursday. And every Monday, I'm going to release a podcast with me and one of our Flip Flop family members. They are super hilarious and I'm really looking forward to having these conversations with them and sharing them with you. I really hope that you will stay and be a part of this journey. Perhaps it will encourage you to have certain conversations within your families, with your friends and in your lives, and maybe also learn a thing or two. So thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to you joining me again on Mondays and Thursdays on the Flip Flop Family Podcast.